This is gonna bug the shit out of me. What is hanging out of your left ear? That is gonna kill me.
Our headset was fucked up and not working right, so
Why
I'm
did
having to
you
wear
put
a
that
pair of iPhones.
through your shirt?
I should do that. That's right. That's a good point. That people
Yeah,
Is that better?
that's way better.
All right.
You look like a cyborg.
I'm gonna do something.
The fundamental story behind gold is better now than what it was 2 years ago.
But it's still dropping.
It's still dropping. Short term.
Is it going to continue to drop?
In the short term, it's going to continue to drop. But if you want to invest in something for 3 to 5 years or longer,
can you invest in negative gold?
Yes.
Here,
DZZ. DZZ is the evil brother of DGP.
There you go. I said it as a joke because of double gold, but apparently you can invest in negative gold. What the fuck is that?
Can you do double negative gold?
Can you do? Yeah, that's just gold.
Oh, it is?
No. GLD is just gold. DGP is double gold.
But double negative.
DZZ is double negative gold.
That's a real thing as well.
Is there just a negative gold?
I'm sure there is.
God, that would be stupid.
I'm sure there is, but I don't follow it because it's like if you're going to get short gold, you might as well get short gold.
You may as well double down.
Yeah. You know
what?
It's like you're playing blackjack. You got the 11 on the table.
Yeah.
Here's what I always said in the discussions we got in about gold. I always said that they said, well, gold's a real thing, and I always said it's not. It's not. Well, it's still a rock or a mineral that we assign a value to.
When people say it's a real thing,
right?
The supply of gold can only grow marginally.
I know what you're saying. You're saying real in the terms like real estate. It's like
yes,
it's a real asset.
There's a basically it grows a little bit, but there's a fixed number of it. The supply is basically intact.
Which leads me to the point I was going to make, which was right before this podcast. We had a discussion about, you were talking about the supplies, where people like, as J.P. Morgan, I think you said specifically.
J.P. Morgan, yeah.
I hope I'm not breaking any confidentiality you have with them. Where he said that they sell gold, but then if everyone comes and wants their gold all at once, then they just don't have it. So then it's like a run on the bank. And I was like, wait. That's exactly the opposite of what gold is supposed to be.
Sure, absolutely.
They can sell more than they have?
Absolutely.
How is that?
It's called naked shorting.
So then it's not a real physical thing.
Is the paper, right. That's right, there's the paper gold market.
So it's no different to cash.
Paper gold!
Paper gold.
I picture like a billionaire with a monocle writing a letter. He's like, where's my paper gold?
Paper gold.
With his gold pen and his gold ink.
It's paper gold.
Yeah, I remember I remember the huge California paper rush of 1849 was a huge one when the paper mines were going nuts.
It's funny, but it's the real term. I mean, gold is the one currency that the people throughout thousands of years have chosen, not governments.
The problem with gold, though, is you can't eat it and you can't fuck it. Therefore, it doesn't have any real value when the shit hits the fan.
You can't build a house out of it either.
Right.
So you're saying the best currency would be an edible fleshlight?
Yes, absolutely.
Good God.
Let me read
Makes
this.
its own sauce.
I bet those would sell in Japan.
Let me read this thing here.
I bet they do.
Basically, everything, I've gone through the emotional gambit. I've experienced everything I'm going to experience, pretty much.
Wow, that's just. Are you depressed? I'm depressed by this conversation.
That's really depressing.
Yeah, I have a lot of depressing shit in my head. But seriously, it's like, okay, so what's the best thing that can happen? I guess I can repeat, but it's kind of like chasing a high.
So are you worried that you've already had the best thing?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I hope you're right.
You could just go and do something mental and it'll be like well good.
Oh,
I hope you're
I
right.
always said I would never, like, if I got to the point where I was going to kill myself, there's so much shit I don't do because I'm afraid it's going to kill me.
Yeah.
I would do all of that
that's
stuff.
right. Like heroin. I'm going to kill myself. I got a week. You save us some money. I'm going to fucking shoot up heroin.
I'm with Joel. Yeah.
But what if it makes you just so miserable?
You're going to die. You're going to kill yourself.
If you're going to kill yourself, you could literally
You're already
do every
so
drug.
miserable, you're getting ready to kill yourself.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to go out in style, like hit a cliff or something.
You go out. There is no such thing as going out with style.
Yes, there is. You can go out like a bitch, or you can go out in style.
As long as
Gavin,
you leave a clever, tombstone, that's about as...
Like that guy in the wingsuit, right? Shoots down those things,
Jesus.
but he just clatters a bridge.
Oh,
and
my
his
God,
body just comes
brutal.
apart, like everything everywhere,
That is
blood
brutal.
everywhere. He went out in style.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't go out like this with someone with a gun to his head, like like that.
I don't know if I'd say going out with a bang is how I describe that, or going out with a splat. I wouldn't describe it as going out with style. I mean, if he did like a flip and landed on his feet and then shot himself in the head, I'd be like, all right, now that's a man. That's like a guy who was, That's
I would
impressive.
want Gavin, if you got to that point in your life, I would want you to test your run down a mountain theory. I would want you to
like
test
jump out
it.
of a plane and run down the
What's the
mountain?
run down the mountain?
I'm not saying.
He thinks he can fall out of a plane and like.
Oh,
like,
he had the velocity.
He can aim towards a mountain and catch the angle.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be. I'm not saying I wouldn't be very, very hurt, but I'm saying I'm more likely to survive than just going straight down onto the ground.
You would be in traction like this, and you go, "I fucking told you."
There has to be. There is a mileage per hour where you can maybe do that out of a car, but was it like 7 miles
Right,
per
no,
hour?
it's like one of those death slides, isn't it? Where you just drop, and it's like, well, if I landed on the ground now, I would break my spine,
Okay,
but you just go, oop.
Right, and
like that.
what in the theoretical? What is the mountain made of?
Why hasn't anyone done that? You're a genius.
Well, it would work, wouldn't it? All right,
If the whole world was made of Nerf, it still would not work.
No, okay, so say you had one of those polished metal death slides, except it's
A
massive.
polished metal death slide.
Yeah, so the ones you
Say
just
you
drop off,
have one of those polished metal death
it's
slides.
just sat in the
Laying
Grand Canyon or
around.
something. You come out
I
of the
love
plane.
that someone called us out. Wow, RT Podcast talking about death after the bombing in Boston. Classy. Thank you, Irish Car Bomb, for
Yeah, his
for
name is
calling
Irish
us out.
Car Bomb. Yeah.
Asshole.
for being insensitive.
I feel bad now, though.
Do people
Maybe
know?
we shouldn't talk about
do
this
people
right
know
now.
the origin of the name of the drink? Do they not realize maybe?
I have a bad habit of bringing up stuff that I know is going to come back to haunt me, but I'm bringing this up anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up the weird food thing.
Somebody sent us today?
No, don't.
Oh, everyone's saying no.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't. I said don't. I will cut your mic off.
Okay.
Why?
Because we'll just get more of it.
We got a package that was weird.
Oh, all right.
It was weird.
What was it?
Weird.
No, I'll tell you after the podcast.
Yeah. I got something. We got two things today in the mail. One was really cool. Shira Lazar sent us like the best thank you gift ever. Remember on South by Southwest when she had us come out and we helped co-host the show? It was me and Barb and Jack. Jack did like Chuck D and Matt and Kim, and I got to interview Shaq. She sent us monogrammed bathrobes.
Oh, is that who that's from?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's like the weirdest but coolest thank you gift of all time.
Honestly, I thought Jack had ordered himself a bathrobe with his own Twitter handle on it.
No,
I was
yeah.
like, man, what a fucking egotistical jerk.
Yeah.
Though it has your Twitter handle on it?
Yeah, it's just, it's got a,
That's the thing. If somebody else sends that to you, it's cool. If you get a monogrammed robe of your own Twitter handle, you're the biggest asshole.
You're like a
But if someone else
douchebag,
gets it
yeah.
for you, awesome.
Totally cool.
if someone's going to see you in a bathrobe, they're probably going to follow you
You're probably already following you.
Right. The dead deal's probably already sealed at that point. But I thought that was really cool. And then we got something else that was just,
Horrendous.
I can't talk about it? Okay.
So I saw, you know, when I was at NAB last week, which is the National Association of Broadcasters convention in Vegas, I went by a booth where they were demoing a piece of equipment called a TriCaster. It's used like what we use for multi-camera setups, and they were showing video clips that were made using TriCasters.
It was gorilla poop. I just have to say it. I'm sorry. They sent us gorilla feces. It's disgusting. Why would somebody?
So here's the worst part of that. So
can't-
it was just addressed to Rooster Teeth Productions, like generic, not just anyone specifically. Jennifer opened it, saw what it was, and put it on my desk.
Well, then
and I
she
was like,
carried it
and I was
around.
like, why did you put this on my desk? She said, I assumed it was for the podcast. I said, why the fuck would you assume that? Like, is that what people think of me in this company? Oh, I just got a package of shit. This must be for Gus. Let me go put it on his desk.
And then she's carrying it around in a
have a
Ziploc
question.
bag.
And I was like,
And she brings it in my office. She goes, look, somebody sent us gorilla poop. And I said, Jen, get that the fuck out of my office. I said, and why are you touching that? That could be dangerous.
Whoa, wasn't it a packet?
It was in a Ziploc bag.
a Ziploc bag. And was it dry?
and I was, yeah, and I was, I said, why are you carrying
There's
it? Why
no-
did you not just throw it away
There's
instantly?
no return address or anything?
No.
He was right. We should not have talked about this.
Listen,
Now we're going to get more fucking gorilla fucking poop.
It's not real, right?
You're only going to see this on the live podcast. We're fucking cutting this. Got it, Lindsay? You might mark the time.
Who in the world has
agree.
access to a fucking gorilla? Who has access?
It's a long-term play. He was
Well,
like,
how
in
do you-
fucking 30 years,
how
I'm
do
going
you-
to get those
How
assholes.
do you know it's gorilla poop?
There was a card.
Was there a
informing us.
size or
The guy
a
lives
picture?
in an apartment in Queens with a gorilla. He's raising it from a baby, getting his ass
Do you know what
kicked
that?
every
You know what
day.
this is? This goes back to one of the original podcasts. He just sent you a death note because he said he would fight a gorilla.
But what does that mean?
This is so. Now
He said he would fight a tiger in his defense.
the tiger?
I would fight a tiger.
He said he'd fight everything.
No, actually, a gorilla is one of the things I'd be most afraid of because it's most like me.
Oh God, yeah.
Like I got
was
no
much
advantage.
stronger.
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
yeah.
right. Right. So it's slightly different than me.
Like the Planet of the Apes movie or whatever the thing is with the that.
That's not a good example in any way.
fuck all that.
How is that a good example?
Fuck all that. They have language. They have vehicles.
What the fuck?
They have walkie-talkies.
Joel, that situation was hypothetical enough. You didn't need to expand.
You're a dead man. Your face is gonna get ripped off by a fucking chimpanzee.
Clearly, it was sent to Gus.
It was not.
It was. They like
one of you guys is dead,
Yeah.
and
we might have some horrible disease now from being exposed to gorilla poop.
I boiled my hands in
can
water.
we change our answers from the mosquito question later?
Okay, now I have looked this up. There is a thing called no-bake cookies that are called gorilla poops.
That is not what we had.
That doesn't look like it at all. Those look like Little Debbie snacks.
So was it just like a...
This does not look like a Little Debbie snack. It looked like a Big Debbie snack. Big Fat Debbie. Was awful. I don't know why Jen then brought it around to everybody.
I don't know why she left it on my desk. That's the most insulting part.
Well, that was probably that's
the most insulting part.
Did she have like
she got a package of shit and thought this belongs to Gus.
Did she have like a look of satisfaction on her face as she delivered it to you?
She wasn't there.
Like,
she
Gus.
left it on my desk. It's not like she brought it and gave it to me. She's like, "Oh, Gus is not at his desk. I'll leave this here because this
we
is
gotta
his."
have a procedure.
Maybe it was her. Maybe she's trying to kill you.
Jen needs to understand that she's a frontline defense.
All right, they really want to show a picture of it. Okay, let's see this picture.
Oh, we're really going.
It's just gonna be cut,
I kept
isn't it?
waving it off, but
Show
fine, let's see it.
Show the picture.
We're down the rabbit hole now. Gross. Gavin's losing it.
It stank too.
Was it real?
It stank.
That wasn't real. Nah, gorilla poop isn't like that, is it?
I don't know.
Your eyes are watering. You threw your jacket into your emergency puke bucket. You're fucked.
Did I?
So yeah, I don't even know how I
it
got that
squishy?
from. So when we cut all of this out, I'm gonna go back to my story so we can preserve continuity.
Can you make?
Shut up.
She should make just like a fucking super awkward cut. Just be like, oh, what are you talking? And then just like a hard cut.
So when I was walking through NAB, I was walking past the TriCaster booth, and I kept seeing video.
So what's baby corn? The little.
What's that?
The little sweet corn.
What they do is they take a real corn and then they shave it down to that little size.
You're lying.
Of course I am. What the fuck do you think it is?
I'm asking you what it is.
It's a little corn.
So that's real.
Yes.
I was a waiter on Ally McBeal, and I worked at that a couple of times, and I got to the point where I kind of knew Lucy Liu and I kind of knew Portia de Rossi. I almost spilled a drink on them at one point, but they're very nice. And we started a conversation or whatever, and everything was fine. And at the time, I was on the meat diet, and I think Portia de Rossi was a vegetarian.
Ugh.
And we were sort of going back and forth, and we were talking about it, and whatever. There was a thing, but it's like it's very dark on that set. And they had wheeled out like a potato bar. Like, you know, it's got sour cream.
Like, did they steal it from Wendy's?
I already told the story wrong. I've already ruined it. I've already told the story wrong.
But we don't know how you ruined it.
And
they wheeled out a taco
take
bar.
two.
Like, they wheeled out a taco bar.
They wheeled out a taco bar. It had like lettuce, it had sour cream, it had all this stuff. They had a taco bar. And
What
I
happened
went
to
over there.
But you said potatoes for the first time. What happened to the potatoes?
So I'm on the fucking meat diet.
Joel. Sorry, go ahead.
What did you put on your potato? Did you start with sour cream?
No, I mean, had it been anything. So I go over there, but you know what? I'm on the fucking meat diet. And so it's like, you know what? I am just going to get a fucking motherfucking bowl of fucking ground beef. I do not give a fuck. I am on the fucking meat diet. I fucking get a ground bowl. And they are, I had just talked to them and they watched me. They were watching me unload this giant bowl of just ground beef into a bowl. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, they're vegetarians. They probably think I'm like an asshole or whatever. But it's like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm on the meat diet. I'm going to fucking eat meat. I don't care. So I keep unloading this ground beef. And I get a fucking big heaping tablespoon of ground beef. I put it in my mouth. It's bacon bits.
Oh, gross! Like real bacon or the bacon bits?
It's fucking synthetic.
Bacon
fake
bits.
fucking bacon bits. I have a giant fucking bowl. I have a fucking giant fucking bowl of fucking bacon bits, and everybody saw me fucking walk over there and make a giant fucking bowl of bacon bits. Lucy Liu and Portia Rossi saw me stand at the table with the bacon bits and kept thinking, looking at me weird. And now I've got bacon bits in my mouth. And now I have to make a fucking choice. Now you have to make a fucking decision.
Bacon.
Where it's like, am I just going to fucking eat these? I fucking ate those fucking bacon
You
bits.
did not.
You had
I
the whole bowl
would
of
have done the same thing. You're in a socially awkward situation. You got to stick with it.
You got to stick with it. And that would have been a funny
Full
story
eject,
had
man.
I not blown it with the potato bar at the top. And then He called me out on my potato bar.
How does that feel?
He ruined the story.
Really
Yeah, but you guys never tell good stories.
fucked it up.
So I have to go in there and try and help
Great.
you.
Best part of my day
Make
was
sure you
fucking
lower
up
the
that
gain
story.
on input number 4. It's because he's a little hot.
Gain equals funny. Gain equals. That's what you're always trying to do. You're trying to turn down the funny.
Wow,
Comedy
Bako
game.
Bits are literally the only thing on the internet that I cannot find nutritional information
Do they
for.
still exist?
Yeah, it's basically if salt could grow a scab. That's what those things are
That's
like.
my hair. My hair is a byproduct of the fucking bowl of bacon bits I had to eat.
Bako Bits, please.
Bako bits.
They're made by Betty Crocker.
Legally, you cannot call them bacon.
Have you ever found a food that has more than 100% of the food in it?
What?
Well,
What the fuck are you saying?
so there's a.
Found a
meta
food
food.
that has more than 100% of the food.
Well,
you?
do you have pepperami? Is that a thing?
Pepperoni?
What?
Pepperami. It's like a brand. It's like
Pepperoni.
squashed. I know what pepperoni is.
I don't know what pepperoni is.
No, we don't have pepperami.
Pepperami.
It sounds like a dog treat.
It's like squashed pork, hard sausage that you just you bite off.
Like a
beef
Slim Jim.
jerky?
I don't know what Slim Jim is. Maybe. But
It sounds like a Slim Jim.
I looked
Sounds
at
like a Slim Jim.
I looked at the thing and it said 108% pork. How do you have more pork than a pig?
That sounds like a marketing line.
No, it's tiny on the back.
All right, fuck it. We're looking this up.
I believe him. I believe you. I
But
believe
so
you.
is that, does that mean?
Pepperami?
Well, I was thinking you can't have more than 100% of anything, right? But does it mean there's more pork per square inch than a pig? Is that what it's saying?
Is that it?
Am I gonna die?
Oh my God,
Yeah, there
you
you
might
go.
have died that day.
Yeah, I knew something had gone wrong.
I was just curious if you ate 5 ounces of those Bako Bits, you had 1,020% of your daily sodium intake in one meal.
What's the lethal amount of sodium?
I don't know. There are 140 milligrams of sodium.
It's funny because into the-
6% per gram. Per gram. I think that's more than 100% of sodium per. I mean,
it's like that Star Trek episode with the creature that like sucks the salt out of people.
It's literally.
I went to the bathroom 27 times that day.
And I'm gonna estimate that you ate what, maybe 5 ounces? That's a fair estimate, right? How many grams are in 5 ounces?
I'm so disappointed in myself. That would have been really funny.
This is the exact thing that I was saying.
You don't.
That's what you were
So
saying.
There's the answer.
What is it?
Because the food's pasteurized for food safety, and because it's dried, it loses some mass. So they have to use 27 grams of meat for every 25 grams of sausage. So it's 108%.
Wait,
I believe you, Gavin. I was on the ground floor with
the
you.
fuck up.
I was your one supporter.
Oh, Yahoo
You were
Answers
down.
says it's true. It's got to be true.
I was
That's
your
true.
one supporter. I was the only one that was here for you in your time of need. I was
Thanks,
the only one
Cabo.
at ground level.
I still don't understand that though. I did. You said the answer. I didn't get it.
It's
So-
bullshit. You can't have more than the thing that you're holding. You can't.
So it's a yes. Exactly
No,
what I
no,
said.
no, what- I guess they take a product
They just dehydrate it.
and they dehydrate it, and then they
But how are you getting-
reevaluate based on the
The original
previous-
weight.
This is
Let me put it this way: if you take a 5-pound apple
No,
and
this
you
is-
dehydrate it, and
this
it
is
becomes
how
2
we-
pounds.
this is how we do the-
It's a 2-pound apple
No,
now. It's not a
This
5-pound
is
apple.
how we
Think
do
of
the
it this way.
budget of the United States
Right.
of America. This is how we do the budget of the United States of
If you
America.
take
It's the same thing.
a 1-pound grape and dehydrate it to a
raisin.
4-ounce raisin, it's still just a 4-ounce raisin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but when you put it on the label.
grape.
Yeah.
But they put it on the label.
Yeah, it's
like-
100%. Yeah.
Everything you have, like this beer, it adds up to 100%.
Right. You're not listening to us. They're not telling you about the product they have. They're telling you about the problem. The
You
product
need,
they
you
started
need like a
with.
public defendant. You need like a lawyer with you.
Just to sit next
I'm
to
with
me.
you.
Let me give you a better
I
example.
support you, Gavin.
Let me give you a better
I
example.
appreciate it.
I support you.
If you
appreciate
take rice, right? Let's go the other way. If you take rice, you take a cup of rice, you put it in the rice cooker, put water in with it, and you make 8 cups of cooked rice. It's not 20% rice. It's still 100% rice. But you started with something that was a smaller amount and prepared it in a way that made it bigger or smaller.
He understands. You understand
It's
that.
stupid. You have to
yeah,
understand.
no,
that.
yeah.
He understands it, but still,
You don't. You really don't.
no.
It's rice.
Right.
It's rice.
It's still rice. It's not.
It's all rice. It's 100% rice.
Yeah, there you
but
go.
you started with a lesser amount to make it.
But
Just
it's-
like with your thing, they started with more to make
But why is it all of a sudden about
They dehydrated
weight?
it. They dehydrated it. They didn't. They're doing a stupid marketing thing, and it works on you because you're bad at math.
It's marketing.
All right.
Absolutely.
Will,
Fair play.
You should never get a loan.
after you read that on the label, did you buy more of it?
No, because you had
delicious.
108%. Why do you need any more?
He can invest some of it.
Yeah, he's got 8% to give away to the fat cats.
I could do a bailout for the beef industry.
I invested in pork bellies.
He started a 401b. He's all set for life now.
So is that a Slim Jim?
They're all weird.
Did you ever see Daniel Radcliffe's penis when he was messing with those horses or whatever he was doing?
No.
When he was messing with those horses.
No, he was
in Equus. I know. But he still classifies it as messing with those horses.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
He was
He
in
had
a
his
stage
tackle
production
out.
of Equus.
Yeah.
And on, okay.
Yeah, it's just like wizard cock.
What does that mean? Like
Did he have a
cast
tattoo with a
spells?
lightning bolt on it?
Was he really naked?
Did it have a gem embedded in
What?
the end of it?
Did they have one?
A gem embedded in the end.
Was it his +2 staff of boning?
It was gnarled and curved.
It was his walking stick. Okay, how far can we milk this?
I'm derailed.
I'm about to go and look up on my fucking Google image search Daniel Radcliffe penis, and it's gonna be with me forever.
Someone attached themselves to this.
Permanently.
Permanently.
Gagging for it.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking the bomb. So.
You're fucking the bomb? That sounds pretty dangerous.
That wasn't worth a laugh in the control room, by the way. I just want to point that out.